Oh, I don't know if y'all got a chance to watch BET's The Encore, but I've been watching it, and so far I'm in love. And maybe I'm a little biased because Todd is one of the executive producers, along with Carlos King, who obviously I'm sure a lot of y'all know he executive produced a few of the seasons of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, when I tell you, they have bringing in, and it's only been a couple of episodes so far, but I feel like I have a couple of personal connections to some of the girls on the show. So right now, I would love to add. Oh, I see somebody saying Nivea is my fave. Well, guess what? She's about to go live with me, and let me add her. I'm gonna add Nivea, and I'm going to add Kiely. There's Nivea and Kiely. Let me see. Let me find her. Is it one L or two L's in Kiely? Okay, so one. Kiely Williams. Oh, wait. Come on, look it up for me right quick. I don't want to spell her name right. I want to spell it right. I want to spell it right so I can find her. I know it's K-E-I, but is it L-L-Y? Huh? K-E-I-L-E-Y?
Yeah, that's what I think.
Do me a favor. Somebody. Why it's not coming up when I try to pull it up? I must be putting the wrong name in here.
K-I-E.
Is it K-I-E? Maybe that's it. Okay. Oh, there she is. It was K-I-E. I was messing up. Okay, I'm sending them. What's up?
Bye.
Hey, Keely, what's up? How you doing?
Dark. Okay. Oh,
Why
maybe.
is Nivea not on here?
Oh,
I sent her an invite too. Hold on. Let me see what's going on. Nivea, accept your invite. Where is she? Oh, wait. This is me. I'm going to try it one more time. I'm sorry,
no,
Keely. Let me see. This is... Okay, let's send it one more time. Okay, I sent her a request, so hopefully she will accept it and join us. But in the meantime, in between time, how have you been? It's been a long time since I got a chance to see you.
I know. I was so excited to talk to you because I was like, I have so many things I need to say to Kandi. Like, she knows how much I've looked up to her. You know, like my mom and my sister going back in the music industry. So obviously, like, I grew up with you. And I was like, I know I have to tell everybody. Everybody's going to think I'm ass kissing. But when you sung Pig Latin in What I'm Gonna Do to You, I straight up died. That's my favorite thing that has ever
That
happened
is
in music. I
hilarious.
want you to ask. I really was like, oh no, she didn't just sing in Pig Latin. I'm gonna die. So there you go.
Well, thank you, friend. Thank you. I don't know why, but it said that my request to Nivea failed. So Nivea, could you please comment in the comment section if you're in there, somebody. And everybody, when you see Nivea, please let me know because I don't know if she's joined the live yet, so I'm not sure how that works, how I request her until she's actually on here with us on the live. But we'll talk before she gets on here because, let's get into a little bit about the show. What is so cool, a lot of people may not know, the show actually, Carlos and Todd, my husband, they had created this years ago, and you were a part of the original cast.
I remember shooting that sizzle at the candy factory. I remember being there. I remember everything, like the bar area you guys had set up, like the whole thing. It was amazing. So it's crazy that it came this far.
Yeah, actually, I'm super happy that it did come this far because I always knew that the show would be an amazing show. It's so funny because last year, I guess it was like a clip of the show of what y'all had shot back then had went viral, and everybody was like, "What show is this? What show is this?" And I was like, "Dang, this show should have came out a long time ago." And so Carlos had more conversations, and I guess that's what it finally came to life. And BET saw what we knew would be amazing years ago. So now with this current cast, what I will say, Keely, is that you are definitely causing some ruckus. Let's just say that.
Now, is it okay? It's starting off that way. Okay,
Yeah,
Miss
it has. It's
Creative
growing,
Director.
yes, it is definitely growing pains. Everybody's trying to figure each other out. Everybody's trying to figure out, what are you doing here? Oh, what are your real intentions? Nobody knows each other like that. I mean, there are two sets of sisters, so
Mhm.
they always have each other's back basically. But like,
Oh my God, I was in a group with sisters too. You know how that? I know
it,
how the sisters can be.
I have. So I'm used to being around like all the women and all of
Mhm.
that stuff that didn't phase me, but it was just like a lot of they're all, oh, the two sisters are Geminis too. Both Irish Misha and Fallon and Felicia are Geminis. And I'm really into astrology. And I was like, oh my God, there's a lot of
Are you serious?
Geminis.
Okay.
Yes. You could tell, like, it's just the passion that makes people bump heads, I think. I know
Mhm.
people look at like the petty on top of it, but
Mhm.
I honestly don't. Hi, baby.
Nivea,
I
Hi,
don't
Keely.
but
what's up, friend? How you been?
Ah, we in here.
We are definitely in here.
Having
I was. Oh, thanks for coming on. While we were waiting on you to join, I was asking Keely a little bit about how things have been starting up on the show, right? I just noticed that she's been, pushing some people's buttons, so she was talking about that. So, Keely, finish what you were saying?
well, no, I think everybody, it does look really messy at first. I will give you that. Even watching it, I was like, oh, but I really do believe that there's so much talent in the house that it's impossible for something good not to come out of it. Um,
Mm-hmm.
like we would be crazy not to take this opportunity, and I mean, we've got Aaliyah, Janelle, we've got Cosign, we've got Elijah. Like, it'd be crazy not to take this opportunity and run with it. So I really do think you'll see all the passion really does stem from a good place. Everybody's just trying to figure each other out at this point. It's only week 2. Well, now it's week 3.
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, or if you haven't seen it yet, the show BET presents The Encore. Tonight they're going to be airing their 3rd episode, and
yeah,
it's all about women who we've already seen with success, who had success in R&B in the past, coming together to make this super group. Now, obviously, you see Nivea. She's one of the people that's a contender on the show, as well as Kiely. She came on the show and said she don't want to be in the group. She just want to be creative director. We gonna get into that. And then as well as it's the twins from Cherish.
Mm-hmm.
Um, everybody knows they're hit songwriters now as well as artists. We also have Pam from Total. Then Aubrey from Danity Kane. We have
Shamari.
Shamari. You know what? I sound crazy because I should, no offense, but Shamari, that's my girl. I should have been said today, but
Yeah.
Shamari is on there. Obviously, she's from Black. And then our girls are represented from 702, where my girls at. So all of y'all is trying to make it happen together. Now,
Yes.
all of us, the 3 of us right here, well, except for you, Nivea. You know what? That's the one thing that I just realized.
right,
You're the only one who didn't experience being in a girl group. So
right.
I've experienced it, but how is it to you being in a house full of women, all, who came from girl groups and dealt
Right.
with girl group drama before? How
Well,
did it feel for you?
it was awkward. I was aware that it would be a group of us, but I didn't
Mm-hmm.
know the only solo artist. But even still, I was still like I said, I'm trying something different in my career. Sounded so interesting, and I was happy, of course, pertaining to music. So I just wanted to try something different. I really came in open and
Mm-hmm.
just willing to get what I was supposed to get from it and learn from all of these other women who had
Mm-hmm.
before that I've never had. So I was I wasn't really nervous or anything, just really ready to see what we was gonna do and how it was gonna go down.
Now, okay, I know you personally. Back
Yeah,
in the day, we used to be at the studio and stuff all the time together or whatever. So I personally know you as a comedian. No, I'm just kidding. You always funny. You always making people laugh. Super talented, of course. But do you feel like in the house, did you always bring the laughter, have people smiling like how I know you to be personally?
Like you just said, people that know me, I'm like that, but I didn't really think, I don't think I'm funny, or I wasn't coming on there to be comedic. It just is what it is. But my kids always, they laugh at me, and I'm being myself, so I'm laughing at myself, so I'm like, I guess I'm the comedian. But I didn't expect for that to be captured. I guess at myself like, girl, you really are making all these faces, you really are. But
yes,
your face
I'm the relief of the group, I guess.
Willie B443 said funny as fuck. That's what he said.
Everybody there, we all had many laughs. Sometimes I got on people's nerves joking too much, but I was just being me, so I'm glad I'm making people laugh.
Okay. Well, Kiely.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Okay. Day one in the house, because I'm gonna ask you from what day one how you felt, and towards the end how you felt. Okay. Day one in the house, when you first got a chance to see who all was gonna be there, who was your favorites? Like when you first saw them, who did you think that you were really gonna click with?
So I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I had my mind set on not clicking with anybody in particular because I didn't think that would be appropriate to insert myself like that on like a friend level with them. Like I really came in just trying to be like, all right, look, nobody's a new artist, but this is a new act. And so it's going to be some bumps in the road. We're going to, it's going to get a little hard when all of these personalities are trying to come together. So I wasn't coming in like, oh, she got it, she don't got it, she might have it. Because if this is everybody's second chance, then everybody deserves the chance. Now, what you do with that chance, that's you. But I feel like everybody deserved like a chance at bat.
Okay, but okay, I'm gonna finish the first question first. So you said you didn't even want to click with nobody. That was your intention when you came in there. But by the time you left, who did you find a connection with?
I did. I can't really like.
Okay. You can't tell me. You can't tell me yet. You can't tell me.
It's an evolution. It is an evolution. It really takes some real twists and turns. And you might think you have us figured out by episode 2, but trust me, you don't. Because it changes again and again and one more time too.
Okay. Nivea.
Yes.
Who, when you came in the house and you saw everybody, who did you think you were going to click with?
I didn't know. That's where I was open to it. But with Shamari, us being Atlanta girls, I was like, hey, A-Town in the building. So that was an immediate thing. But seeing Pam as I love Total, I was like, I lamb, this is dope. And looking forward to getting to know everybody. But I already had a first zing with Shamari.
Right. Well, I mean, obviously Shamari was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I had a long history with Shamari. I mean, I did write for Black back in the day, so Shamari's always going to be near and dear to me because she did the Dungeon tour for a little while. We had so much fun. Shamari is a fun person, and she always keeps it lighthearted and has a good time, and she can sing her butt off.
Right.
Let's give credit where it's due. But I know she can put people in their place too.
Right.
So far, I haven't really seen her do that yet. So I'm curious to know how it's going to play out. But she will speak her mind. So it's so funny to me that so many of y'all have some strong women in that house. Very strong, opinionated women, especially the twins, Farrah Fallon.
Especially.
I have a connection with them too. I mean, when they were younger, actually they recorded their first song, Do It To It, at my house, in my house studio.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, long time ago.
You're probably godmother of the Encore. You wrote Never Let Him Go that we did for like a soundtrack album. You were the press. Like, you're the fairy godmother just sprinkling your
That's kind of weird. I mean, I guess technically it does feel that.
For everybody. So you're like, I wrote for her.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I wrote for Cherish too.
Thank you.
Yeah, Miss P. Yeah, I wrote that song. Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, I do have a connection with a lot of y'all.
Have you worked with all the ladies on the show?
I never worked with Danity Kane,
Oh,
so I
okay.
haven't had I didn't have the opportunity to work with them. But I mean, obviously I work with Black. We used to be at the studio together all the time. I work with
Yeah.
y'all. I work oh, almost there. Oh, no, I don't. I've never written for Total, but obviously,
Oh,
they were around the same era that Escape. We was doing our thing. Total was doing their thing. So of course, we met each other before.
Yeah.
Um, that's interesting.
that
I,
is.
I don't know. It's weird. Yeah.
We're
Oh,
all connected in some way. We all have friends of friends, and now we're posting stuff about each other. They're like, "Oh, you know her? Oh, she was."
Yeah.
right.
It's
Yeah.
the industry's small.
Yeah.
Yeah. The industry is small, but the cool thing is like now I get to be a fly on the wall and watch y'all. Especially, knowing that I've met each one of you at different times in life or whatever, to see how you guys are in the house, how you deal with each other. Kiely, back in the day, I know your mom, your aunt, they were like y'all management team.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure you got a lot of the business side of things from being raised with them for so many years and them being in the industry. Is that why you decided to come into the house talking about you was going to be the creative director?
No, and I think it's so crazy that everybody thinks that's crazy, but okay, like I mean, I knew that the women weren't gonna know. I knew
Mm-hmm.
that it was like this is a bomb. I get to tell them myself. Whereas
Mm-hmm.
like with everyone else on the show, the choreographer, the producers, it was just like this is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And there was even a point during filming where Carlos had to come in and be like, "Wait, hold on, I did tell her."
Right. Right.
Yeah, because I would have been like,
I,
Carlos, you didn't
I,
tell her
I
that she was supposed to be in this group.
even if like even where I think I'm like trying to be like I'm just trying to help, and like I think it's coming across as like me being humble, people are still like help bitch stuff.
I didn't that way at all. I
You
know
did?
from 3LW and the Cheetah Girls, so I'm like, she been in two groups. Why wouldn't she know something?
True. That
But
is true.
it took
Yeah.
that way because they're like, we got this, we can do it. But I didn't get that when Kiely first said I'm the creative director. I'm like, oh, okay, we didn't know that, but
Mm-hmm.
have at it.
Well, you guys definitely got some pushback for that, for sure.
And
I
I
mean,
expected it. It's all good. People think like I'm delusional and I made it up in the car on the way to the house.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess I probably would have felt a little different about it too, because in the sense, a lot of y'all and some of them even came out before you. So it's
Right.
kind of like, who are you to tell me how I'm supposed to be doing my thing? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I got it. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, what you mean she the creative director?
Yeah.
Like, aren't they all about experience? That's how I looked at it. But I definitely felt like it was super cool that, what I mean, it gave a different element to what you guys were gonna do and what y'all were bringing.
Yeah.
So here's another point of tension that happened. I guess it was last episode when our girl Pam from Total. First of all, okay, let me just say this. Um, Pam is a beautiful person. Her spirit is like so zen,
Mm-hmm.
especially, obviously, she has a relationship with God and she, talks about it a lot on the show.
Mhm.
I guess people don't, you never know what somebody's journey is once
Right.
they're out of, the limelight or whatever. So I guess nobody knew that, she was, um, really open. I mean, not really open, but speak so much about her religion and her purpose in life at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, when she said the thing about, she when she got offended because Aubrey had kind of leaned on her or whatever, and she was like letting her know, yeah, I'm not gay. I don't want you to. And she kind of like made it seem like she had to make an announcement, announcement that she don't get down like that sexually, like that was something from her past. Kiely, you had got offended in a sense because you felt like she was being homophobic.
Yeah.
So how did that go, having that conversation? Did you feel like, okay, let me speak on this? Or, I love when people speak on it now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was just disappointed mainly, and it was not about Pam's journey, honestly. She is more than welcome to live the life that it's not my business. It's none of my business. I would have never known had she told me. Thank you. But for me, it was just knowing the responsibility that we have as people on TV, and having anybody who's watching who may be struggling with their identity, who may be struggling with their sexual orientation, to, have that thrown around like you could be delivered, like you could be fixed. I don't want that message to get out there, because I feel like, you're born perfect, God knows your heart. And I don't want people thinking that they need to be or can be delivered from something because there's nothing wrong with you.
Right. Well, I feel what you say.
Coming out of my mouth is not gonna go over well.
But that was an explanation though, as to that you didn't get a chance, or that moment in the way you just explained it wasn't captured. So I think that puts it more in perspective of why you felt that way, because feels how she feels for the reasons she stated, but you just really clearly stated, I said that because.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I was, the only thing that I was curious about was like, okay, did she think that she was about to come on to her? Like, why was the announcement made?
Pam just was like, Pam has this way about her. Like, she came in with the mask on. I don't think it was because of COVID. I think she was really like, I don't know y'all like that. Like, she'll give you her elbow and you're like, okay, girl, that's fine. It's okay. And obviously respect her space. If you don't want to be touched, you don't have to be touched. Like, right. I hated that the argument turned into like, if it was a man, we wouldn't be saying that. That's not what it was about. None of that. Nobody deserves to have their space invaded. If you don't want to be touched, you don't want to be touched. It was the extra addition explanation as to why that was like, oh, no, delivered. Damn it.
Gotcha. Okay, so Nivea, back to you, girl. So, I would have to say, okay, being in the house, you being someone who's been solo before or whatever, you coming in there, you singing your vocally, Nivea, we know you do your thing vocally or whatever.
I was hoarse as hell, but yeah.
So we saw you guys have some people had a lot of opinions about people's voices on the show. Okay. And then it became a thing of where they wanted to have separate groups.
Right.
Yep. When y'all was supposed to be in one super group.
Right.
So please tell us what happened? How was you feeling? What was going on in your head?
It was awkward for me because I'm like, my immediate reaction was like, what the hell? No, we came here to be one group, but I didn't want to be like that and create any more tension that was already there. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just see what happens. Let's maybe try it, even though I really did not want to do two groups. But yeah, keep watching to see if that actually happens or not. But
Did y'all know that it was going to be narrowed down? Like everybody wasn't going to be in the group at the end?
No, that was never the plan.
Never. Not that I knew of.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
We were like, that's a lot of people. Like, it was never in our minds when we started this that there were going to be cuts or like anything like that. We all thought we were going to be here for 30 days.
Yep. Gotcha. I messed up earlier. I said Farrah and Felicia. I meant Fallon and Felicia. My bad. On the initial tape that you got, that was shot for this show, Farrah from Destiny's Child was in it. I know y'all saw that clip, so that was what was in my head. No disrespect to y'all, Fallon and Felicia. I love y'all. Y'all know this. I love y'all. But they definitely was getting under people's skin in the house. You know what cracked me up? I ain't even gonna lie. When they was saying whatever they had to say, and they were like, she just became a millionaire.
Yeah.
I was like,
baby.
Okay, that was that supposed to make the argument? Was that the winning line? Like, what just happened here? I was like, what just happened? But that cracked me up. I literally died.
Like an entrance.
Yes. Here's another thing. What did y'all think about them bringing CETA back?
I love that. I was like, I'm serious as a world. That was cool to me.
That was funny.
CETA became like, we would start using her as like code for production. So we'd be like, I don't know what CETA has in store for us today. Like, and when we finally met her in person, I cried. Well, I'm a cry. Y'all see, I'd be crying. But when I finally met her, I was like, we made it through. Like, I was really excited to see her. She's such a humble person. Kitty is amazing. And she works her butt off. Like, she knew exactly what she was doing in that room with the dots and all that stuff to get her into the cartoon, whatever.
Which was so cool to see, because we never got to see that watching her on TV.
Right. I mean, that was, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. What you say, Nieva? Yeah, I didn't want to cut you off, but yeah, I just felt like that was really a cool thing for them to bring back CETA, because it's like, in a way, you know, they're reintroducing you guys to the world. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have all had success. Some of y'all late 90s, some of y'all in the early 2000s or whatever. And so it's like a whole reintroduction. So CETA was reintroduced as well. And that made it super cool. Oh gosh, Tahira Joy says, everyone's asking who's CETA. It makes me feel old. Oh God, it makes me feel old too. Okay, for those of you who don't know, okay, please do this. Tonight on BET, I hope y'all see my pinned comment. It says, watch BET Presents The Encore tonight at 10. So after we get off this live, I need y'all to go on your on demand and catch up on the first 2 episodes, okay? So that y'all can understand what we are talking about. But basically, any of y'all who really loves music, who really loves R&B, you definitely should know these ladies that are part of the show. Obviously, Nivea as a solo artist, but Kiely, who's, like you said, who's been in the Cheetah Girls and is in oh girl, I was about to put you in a different group. 3LW. My bad. I was about to put you in 702 for 2 seconds. My bad. But yeah, who was in 3LW and Cheetah Girls. And then also you have Fallon and Felicia, who were in the group Cherish, as well as Pam from Total, the ladies of 702, and Aubrey from Danity Kane, and Shamari from the group Black. So if you guys love any of those artists, it don't even matter if you don't. The thing about it is, just to see these women this day and age coming together and trying to make a group, that shit is TV.
In 30 days.
In 30 days. Okay, so let's talk about this creative direction, Kiely. Okay, so you caught a lot of flack because I guess Aubrey took it upon herself to do like a vision board for everybody. And they kind of feel like if you were supposed to be the creative director, that was something that you should have been doing. So how did you feel about that?
I was actually genuinely, and everybody said I was sarcastic, but I was genuinely happy because at least we got one group. I was like, because the whole time it was like 2 groups, 2 groups, 2 groups. If she felt in her brain that she saw a vision for one group, okay. I did not feel like it was great timing just because we hadn't known each other long enough to know individually what each artist wants to bring to the table. So just to like lay out some pictures of just like your vision is fine. I took it because everybody was interested, but I knew that we were going to have to dig a little bit deeper into what each person wanted to represent in the group to make it work. It has to be like organic. It can't just somebody puts on you.
Gotcha. I feel what you're saying. You know, that was, you know, kind of dope what Aubrey was, you know, coming up with or whatever, the things that she was trying to add or whatever. But to me, with anything, it's not, the creative direction is never going to come from one person. When you have like a house full of people who are creative, I mean, it's definitely, everybody is going to have ideas, at least they're supposed to. and be able to, you know, contribute something to the vision, you
Yeah.
know. So
especially artists, like I've worked with new artists, and it's a lot easier to tell them like, oh, you should do this and wear this and that and that and that. But
mhm.
these women have all had success. They know what they're doing. They don't need somebody to tell them about themselves. They need somebody just who's going to execute their vision, whatever they say. I'm just like, I'll be over there doing it.
Right, right. Somebody said that I had forgot to say who Sita was. So I'm sorry. We did go through everybody that was in the house that were artists, but Sita was an animated host on BET, I guess was the early 2000s.
Yeah, in the 90s, the late 90s,
Yeah.
2000s, Sita's World.
Yeah, Sita's World. That's right. So, she's not a physical real person. I mean, I know it's somebody's voice who's doing it, but it's more of a cartoon virtual person that they got to talk to, you know, on the television.
Mm-hmm.
So, here's another question. So when y'all was stuck in the house, like I didn't know, was this like the Big Brother house when you don't really get to talk to people outside the house? How'd that work?
We couldn't have
take our phones. Remember when they tried to take our phones?
I need my phone. I got 4 kids, but no, we couldn't leave the house. No one allowed to enter. We're gonna have. I'm not giving away too much, but we're gonna have like a listening party, and the that come aren't even entering into the house. So we were literally in there with each other for 30 days.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. But you did get to keep your phone.
They tried to take them. Right. We all locked ourselves in our rooms. We were all like, bye, gotta go.
Right. Okay. So
a lot of us had kids. We needed to talk to our families. It was unreasonable to think. I understood they didn't want us to be like on our phones, but then like for a lot of us, like if you're thinking of ideas or looks or something you want you need your phone. That's your connection to not just your family, but to your job, to your work. So they lost that battle, but they tried to take the phones. They tried full Big Brother like isolation, and we were like, nah.
Yeah, that's harder to do in this type of situation, I'm sure.
Right.
So, okay, when it was time to get in the booth, what were y'all thinking?
I stepped up first. I was like, let's go.
You said what?
I stepped up.
Of course, you were saying that, but when you heard some of the other people, what was you thinking? You don't have to name no names.
I just honestly thought that was our first day. So, I mean, yeah, we can be like, hell, I was a little rusty too, but I felt like maybe let's see how we do as we try to get the songs together. I was really the least judgmental, I think.
Kiely, what you were thinking?
When I was thinking that I was being peer pressured and I was under duress and I didn't want to do this. And I was like, I fought. I didn't want to get in the booth. And I was like, no, this is messy. This looks weird. I don't need to be. And they were like, Elijah comes up with the lowest note possible. And he's like, the person who can hit this note. Sing in your most baritone voice. And so I was just like, fuck it, let's do it. I was trying to do the teamwork thing, like let's all get together, guys, and do it. That didn't work.
Got it.
Tried it though. Tried it.
Well, you know, I felt, you know, I understand how it is when you have to hit the low notes for the group, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, okay, I see what she's doing. But, you know, some people was trying to be like, why is she sitting at low note and everybody else is singing this way? They don't get it, girl. They don't get it.
It's an octave.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
It was doing different notes, yeah.
Definitely.
You know, it's all for laughs. You have to like, I don't know. This is my first reality show. I know it's like Nivea's, but you just have to laugh at it.
Yeah, you have to. Which we actually all put in the effort and the work, and we getting to watch it before everyone's eyes. But we really came there to do this, and you're gonna see us at least put in the effort, despite what people judge us by or whatever.
Okay, so here's another question. So, do you see yourself doing a group song or single or you just like, how you feeling, Nivea?
I saw that in the end, all the way up to the end. I can't give much away, but for me personally, now I can say I don't think I would be in the group. But
It's not easy.
it's not easy.
It's not.
No.
Experience I learned it's much more. I kept stating I work well with people. I work with, this was more than that, honey. And I don't think I'm built for it. I don't think, but who knows what, never say never, but
Gotcha.
I think me personally, it'll be solo.
Okay, so here's another question. So far, because it's only been 2 episodes to air so far, how have you guys seen anything on the show that you did not realize was said or done while you were there?
I didn't know the twins was like, that the first episode when they like ran out, even though I said
I don't know where we were.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I was like, dang, they was leaving the house already. I did not know that till I saw the episode.
Just that part too.
Oh.
And obviously it's interesting to see in the confessionals, like whatever thing. But like towards the end of the show, like I'm telling you, it's an evolution. So we all were saying to each other, these interviews are gonna be crazy. We're gonna be like, I can't stand that bitch. The next day we're gonna be like, I love her. Like it's just you're getting to know each other, hearts and minds change. So I don't watch anything that I see and be like,
And we don't get a preview, so we see it when y'all see it. So I'm anxious tonight too to be like, what? You know, with the editing, you don't know how. Lord,
yeah.
I'm gonna always be eating clearly, but I don't.
No, I get it. I totally get it. That's why I asked you the question, because I know sometimes, you know, when filming, you know, you don't get a chance to hear what the other people talking about in the other room. You know what I mean? So when you actually, you know, come on and watch it on TV, you're like, wait a minute, she said that.
Well, the house was built for us to be able to kind of overhear. So like if you're in the studio, you could hear what's being said in the kitchen, vice versa, that kind of thing. So like there were a few times where some arguments started with just overhearing and in that kind of thing. But I think it's interesting just watching yourself and realizing like you said it. Now it's out of context, sure, but you still said it, and just kind of finding yourself as careful as like I was thinking in my mind, like don't do this, don't do this, don't do that. You know, you're still getting captured 24 hours a day, and like there was a clip of me saying that I said it's being choreographed to look like background dancers. What got caught was it looks like background dancers. So then it's like, oh, Kiely talking shit. It's all that kind of stuff that I'm not taking it too seriously. I texted Carlos like, okay, I see you. I see you. That's cute. You're trying to be so funny with me. Okay.
I stay in the kitchen one morning. It smells like hot morning vagina. But I was talking about Land O'Lakes butter. They cut that part off. I don't like the way Land O'Lakes butter smells. It smells like hot vagina. And
come on, Nivea. Don't even do it. You know the butter was smelling like hot vagina now. You probably would stink up in there.
Land O'Lakes, I don't like that smell. And that's what I was talking about because we was cooking. But they only played that part. So I'm like, great.
We're just learning so much about like, it was 24 hours a day. When I tell you we had microphones in our bathrooms. And I know, and why they thought we might need them is weird. But I guess they felt like, you know, maybe she would be saying something really important while she's going to the bathroom. We had cameras. We had to ask, like, turned off at night. Like, we would be like, can you please turn off the lights? We'd like to go to sleep. And then they would turn off.
I'm surprised Carlos let y'all go to sleep. Because I know how he do. He ain't get the scene. He's like, y'all ain't going to bed. Y'all ain't leaving here till we get this scene. I don't know if he did y'all like that, but I don't know how he do.
Although we were told that, like, because sometimes we would do Queen's Court at like 2:00 in the morning, and we were told that none of the housewives would stand for this. And we were like, oh, we felt like, oh, we're such good heart workers.
Saying the housewives went like this, and I'm like, great.
Wait a minute. Okay, so tell me this: since Shamari has been a part of the Housewives before, what did she say? Did she ever compare the situation with you guys to what she experienced with us?
Not to me. She said it was nothing like that. Honestly, different experience, and the fact that y'all got to go home, whereas And because of COVID also, we were there. We didn't get to leave, you know. So that was the cameras 24/7 over our beds. Your mics all from even when you wake up. They say when you wake up, even if you get back in the bed, just come get your mic, get mics. And that was invasionofprivacy.com. But
yeah, I know how that works. I mean, I did Big Brother, so I know it feels similar.
Oh, you did? So yes, Aubrey told us about her experience with Big Brother. Like, it's intense like that. But then also not only, I've never seen Big Brother, but I know that like they're on you, but we also still had to do this work too. So, you know, like the pressure of getting a record made, getting like an image together, getting everybody to kind of get along enough to like share a stage, maybe possibly like 20 minutes, all while being filmed, like 2 jobs at the same time.
Right. So, okay, I'm going to go back to the twins right quick. So, Fallon and Felicia, right now, they got big hits on the radio, you know. They are very successful writers. With that being said, they have no problem letting y'all know
not a problem.
That they felt like that they had a little bit more, I don't know what I would say. I mean, I guess they
value.
I don't know. It came up sometimes like they felt like they were a little bit more relevant than other people in the house. How did that make you guys feel?
Well, I looked at it they have been most recently active in the music industry. So I just took it as that. But I'm different. It takes a lot for me to feel like, oh, you try. Like, I'm laughing most of the time. So I did.
What about you, Kiely?
It didn't bother me at all. Honestly, I knew exactly what they were doing. I knew why they were doing it. I was fine. I mean, as long as
what does that mean? You knew what they were doing and why they were doing it. What did you think they were doing?
Well, I knew that they were.
Keep it 100.
I am. I knew that they were 100. They were like Nivea said, the most recent. I knew that they had really high expectations for whatever they were going to be a part of. And because this was coming sight unseen, they had a reaction that was a little different than the other ladies. I'll give you that, but they are always honest. I still don't like it. If you hurt my feelings, because I'm sensitive, and like sometimes Fallon will call me and she'll be like, "Kiely, don't you ever fucking disrespect me like that again. My music is fire." And I'll just be like, "Bitch, you crazy? Like you're crazy."
Oh, she was serious and said that?
No, well, it's
a joke.
It's a joking seriousness with
Fallon. Kiely, clean it up.
No, I'm not trying to clean it up. It's a joking. Here's how I take it. I take it now that I know them better. It's a joking seriousness, but they truly do believe in themselves. Like, I have never met 2 people who believe in themselves more than those 2 girls. Like, and maybe it's because they're twins and they, you know, are strong together. But like, no, not a minute of self-doubt, not 1 second. They ain't wrong. So just don't even bother. Just go ahead. Just take a seat. You're in for a long night if you try to argue.
Now, one thing that I loved that came up that, I don't know, it kind of made me a little teary-eyed. I ain't even gonna lie. Fallon and Felicia and Irish of 702, they had that moment. For those of you that don't know, Irish is a twin. Unfortunately, her twin sister passed some years back. And I remember that, you know, in the industry, everybody, you know, was really, you know, we felt for her, you know, it was really hurt. I can only imagine what it feels like to lose a twin, you know, somebody you were with from birth. But for them to be able to connect on that level, meaning Irish and Fallon and Felicia, after they had kind of been bumping heads, I thought that was like, it was a heartfelt moment. I like to see them, you know, connect. Which is so cool about a show. It's like you have your moments where everybody is like, what? And then you have your moments where people can actually, you know, connect on a different level and lean on each other, which I thought was a beautiful moment.
That's the best part about being in a girl group. For all of its problems, the best part is that you have people with you. You have people to get up for. When you don't feel like doing it, you're doing it for your girls. Like you have people to hold you up. And so those are the good moments. You're right.
Okay. So I have to ask this question. with us saying, you know, that okay, Fallon and Felicia were the most current, meaning in the industry as far as like their work. I mean, as artists, they may not necessarily be in front of the camera. They're doing more stuff behind the scenes, but their work is definitely current. What has been going on that has been keeping you from the people, Nivea?
Oh my lamb. Well, honestly, a lot of coming back to myself in general. I
Mm-hmm.
spent time away, of course, being a mother to my children, but there were moments, or I guess you could say time before now, I could have come back, so to speak, but I wasn't ready. I'm finally now in a space mentally and spiritually and physically where I'm working on it still, where I'm and a lack of inspiration. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't know if I want to sing no more. I had to re-find that this is my purpose and it's what I love to do. I for a moment I lost it. I really did. And amongst many things, and I dealt with a lot of personal issues with my family. A lot kept me the F in the house,
Mm-hmm.
and this was a part of me kind of already going through maturing in those ways, or healing, I guess, if you will. And so
Mm-hmm.
decision to come on the show, being that I kind of had got over that hump.
Mm-hmm.
So this was
So, and I'm gonna take the same question to you, Kiely, but let me finish with Nivea right quick for a quick second. Um, so Nivea, I mean, you know, I've heard people say that you are a fan favorite on the show. You know, you're lighthearted, you're funny, you know, and you're talented or whatever. With that being said, does that push you even more to be in the studio and hurry up and get back out there, or like how are you feeling?
right. It's definitely been inspiring for me to get back to the music. I've been working on some stuff now, slowly but surely, as I am independent and still kind of in the process of building my team and exactly who I want to and looking to work with. But I didn't expect to get fan love like this, so it's been incredibly inspiring. And yeah, it makes me want to get back on it, like you said.
With that being said, as your friend girl, I'm gonna tell you to hurry up, honey.
Yeah,
Drop some music immediately. Like, stop sitting there waiting. Stop making excuses. No more excuses.
no
You
more.
know, you need to take advantage of this light and shine, boo.
Right, so
Okay.
40-year out.
So I don't want to hear no extra months. As soon as you get a song that sound good, drop that thing. Okay.
I will take words from the wise.
You gotta drop that thing, you know, while people is paying attention, and then you can finish
Right.
the rest. But put something out ASAP,
I
even
will.
if you just remake somebody else's record just to keep people talking, because the people want the music. Now, Kiely,
Yeah.
what has kept you from, you know, from at least from what we see happening? Because I know you probably been doing some work behind the scenes, but you know, what's kept you from, you know, letting the people know what's going on, honey? What's been up with you?
I didn't have a desire for it. I mean, it's just I'd been working since I was 5. I was 25 when I got off my the last Cheetah Girls tour, and I
Mm-hmm.
was like, you know what, 20 years is a long ass time. I need to go and be a person and learn how to be normal,
Mm-hmm.
get married, have a baby. But I still, obviously, I've worked with artists developing them, and so that I still kept dancing. And I feel like if you're a dancer or a singer, performer, whatever you are, you're gonna do that. Like, you just do it naturally. Like, they got mad at us on set all the time because we'd be singing copywritten music, and it's like, it's a house full of us. What do you expect us to do? We're gonna break out into song. It's natural. So I feel like, that kind of stuff, when people were like, oh my God, she could still dance. I was like, yeah, I never stopped dancing. I'm always going to dance, even if
Okay.
I'm doing it on TV.
This is my thing. I mean, I understood, you know, how you felt when you were saying, you know, your group, you know, broke apart. And so that kind of like left you feeling a way, you know, about music in general. But here's what I have to say to that. You also were an actress. I mean, you had been in, I mean, come on, the Cheetah Girls, that was a huge franchise. You had done other things. Why haven't we seen you do more acting at least?
again, it was just all going back to me just wanting to be normal. I wanted to go into a restaurant and not have anybody recognize me. I wanted to just be a normal person.
Okay, we didn't want to be recognized, and now we're back on BET, so we about to be recognized. So what's the next move?
All right, what's the next, Kiely?
But really, I just wanted that experience, having never had that. I really wanted to be, Shamari got to go to college. When she talks about her experience going to college and she joined a sorority, she's an AKA, and I look at that and I'm like, that's awesome. Like, I wish I would have been able to go to college. Like, that would have been so cool, going to frat parties and like all that stuff. And I didn't have that. Of course, I had other things that I'm grateful for, but just the experience of being just me without any of the other stuff. I needed to have that time.
Right. I mean, I get what you're saying. And I mean, of course we all got opinions, but I just feel like, I know we all go through those moments in our life and in our career where, we be like, okay, I'm done with that chapter or that segment. But I just say, once again, the same thing I'm saying to Nivea, let your light shine, even if, Lord forbid, even if you decided it wasn't singing what you want to do, because yes, you had been part of groups and not necessarily solo like Nivea, that is fine. You still have a light, and there are so many different projects that people want to see you a part of, and it don't matter when people be out there talking trash. I'm like, oh, she did this, oh, she did that, and they may have something negative to say, but they be like, oh, even as long as they talking, boo, as long as they talking. That's it. So I just say, regardless of, because I know in these first 2 episodes, sometimes people try to make somebody the bad guy in a show or whatever it may be, but it does not matter. You still shining because they talking, they know what's going on with you. So I say to anybody who's on reality TV, y'all got to make the most of this time. Whatever projects you got going on, whether it's you managing, producing, creative directing somebody, even if you're a creative directing artist at this point, they need to be putting out something right now. Because right now, people are paying attention, whether they coming on your page to hate or they coming on your page to show love. They coming on your page to see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? That's just a little tip from the godmother.
You are a fairy godmother. We could have used some of that energy in the house for sure.
Oh my gosh, I'm just tripping with y'all, but it's so dope to see you guys doing your thing. So with that being said, I did ask y'all what's next. You did say you was doing some music. Have you done something that you like so far, Nivea?
I do. I like a lot of it. The thing about it is I'm so colorful, if you will, and that translates to everything. Trying to make sure I'm in some sort of a sound, because I want to do everything. And
yeah, I know that feeling.
Finally got a theme of what I want to sing about on this particular project. But girl, I'm back to what you said, Kandi. Put something out. If you like one, at least so that's where I'm at with it. Just want to get it done and get it out while people are taking notice.
You could say Mary Had a Little Lamb and it would go viral. You sing. They love to sing.
I mean, they talked about this on the show. I mean, you do have 2 amazing fathers of your kids that are very talented. You might want to get their input on something. Come on, Dream. Give Nivea a song. Drop some beats. Like, come on. Or either Wayne, give me a verse. Like, something. Like, I mean, this is the way I look at it. Like I said, it does not matter what's going on. Even if you don't think you have all your material together yet, I need you in the studio recording something, honey.
No more.
We can listen to.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
And it's so easy to fall into this place, you guys. And I'm telling the both of you, it's so easy to fall into this place of, I'm not sure, I don't know, and then before you know it, so much time has passed. I mean, I do it myself, so I get it. But both of you guys have eyes on you right now. You world, whoever watching, whoever listening, These ladies are on the show. BET Presents The Encore. A new episode is coming on tonight.
I can't wait.
At 10 p.m. I can't wait either. But it's coming on tonight, and they've already had 2 episodes, so I really want y'all to catch up, because when I tell y'all, the show is good. Okay, you know, I've been knowing it was gonna be good since they first started talking about this. Much love to Carlos King and my husband Todd Tucker. They came up with that show like years ago, and I don't think people saw the vision. But when that thing went viral, that little clip, you know what, Kiely, that is still funny. When you was talking to Farrah, you was like, "But did you sing that?" That I will never forget that. But Carlos, you know, I guess, you know, he never gave up on the idea, and to be able to see this come to life, you guys, is just amazing.
I'm glad it did, because I mean, having Nivea on the show, having everybody who ended up on the show, the final cast, that's what, so I'm glad that it took us 7 years. We had to go through that to wait to get to the good stuff.
Yeah. Is anything else y'all want to tell the people?
Keep tuning in.
And keep using the hashtag BET Presents The Encore and all of Nivea's funny memes, because she cracks me up. And I send them to my sister. I'm like, this is my mood all day. Does Nivea like,
oh, Lord have mercy.
I feel about your children?
Yeah. I need y'all to follow my girls. This is Nivea, right?
Yay. Yep.
This is Nivea and Kiely Williams. Please follow them on social media, because y'all need to know what is going to happen next with them. See what's going on. And we want to support our girls, show them love, and let them know, like, hey, you know, we still love y'all. All the girls on the show, we still love y'all. We want to see more coming from you guys. I mean, hey, the 90s, the early 2000s, those were some awesome eras for music, especially R&B, pop music or whatever. And now it's just time to bring it back, ladies.
Yeah. Well, I will give you some music. It's not just going to be arguing all episode. It might be a little bit arguing, but there's going to be music in this one.
I can't wait.
We're not just going to be like, I'm giving it away. We're not going to be doing that, I promise.
I hate when they take like a little clip of what you did, because it be sounding crazy. I was like, really? They set some of y'all up though, for real.
Yo, they made me a song and a Whitney Houston song. Like, what I'm gonna do with that? Nothing. I'm a struggle. Okay, just fine. The next then.
Yeah.
Make the most out of it.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for coming on my live and talking with me and chatting it up.
Thank you so much.
I hope I see you all again soon.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you too.
Bye, Nivea.
Bye,
Kiely already gone. Well, anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, for real, those girls, this show is good. It's definitely good, but it's gonna make you laugh. Like I told you, one point had me sitting up there teary-eyed. Like, the show is good. So check the girls out, and I will see you soon. Bye.